How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Alright, so we are back for another salty, snacky type video. More chip stuff. It's going to be another short one like our last one. Like our last one, again, we've got 3 different chips to review.
We got all these from Aldi. So we have 3 different brands from Aldi.
3 different brands, 3 different styles. Like the last one was 2 corn chips and a not Cheeto.
And a faux Cheeto.
This time it's a what is this? Like a kind of a cracker type chip, a kind of a tortilla chip, and just a kettle potato chip.
Yep.
So
right.
Everything's different except the fact that they all were purchased at Aldi.
Exactly.
Instead of Buc-ee's.
Exactly.
So,
and I think we're going from like the cheap stuff to the fancy stuff.
Ooh,
if I'm
fancy.
remembering my Aldi correctly.
All right. So since this space for rent, we have the
Clancy brand seasoned salt kettle chips. And these are relatively new at Aldi. I just picked these up, I think, last week.
Salty and savory crunch.
Ooh.
Seasoned salt. They are a blend of paprika. I can't read apparently.
You can. Would you like me to do?
Yes, Mom.
Okay.
Paprika.
It's a blend of paprika, turmeric. Turmeric.
It's Rick with a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Garlic, salt, and other spices. Other spices. So, I've had good luck with Clancy before. They make a good kettle chip that's not like break your face crunchy. I've got some barbecue ones up on my shelf right now. Think about it.
Probably shouldn't have said that. I'm going to go take them out.
He just looks like a normal
chip.
Well,
I at least smells like a chip, unlike the last video where those chips didn't smell like chips.
It's potato-y.
Not bad.
That makes me think of something specific, and I hate that I don't know what. It is crunchy, but like I said, not break your face crunchy. I could devour these without having to worry about my dental work or the roof of my mouth. You get a good potato flavor from the chip.
Yeah, it's solid, but not too solid.
And they're greasy
it's a good flavor.
Good way.
Not super greasy.
Yeah, not like ew.
Obviously, you're going to want to wash your hands when you're done just from the potato chip grease. Yeah. But it's not going to be overwhelming, like where you're going to feel like after every chip, oh, I got to wipe my hands.
Exactly.
One chip, wipe my hand. One chip.
And they're not overly salty. Like you think something called seasoned salt would be salty. Like saltier than a regular chip.
Right.
But they're not.
None of the flavors are overpowering.
Yeah.
They all come together just right.
Yeah. And like anybody who cooks with seasoned salt knows what seasoned salt tastes like. And I think it really does hit that spot in a light, non-overpowering way. Those are good.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. But then...
So those are definitely a win. I like those. Those are good with like a tuna sandwich kind of chip. Like on a tuna sandwich kind of chip.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go with peanut butter. Just because, I don't know why. My brain just says, ew, not peanut butter.
Yeah, but I also enjoy barbecue chips with peanut butter. So peanut butter jelly sandwich.
That is true. That is true.
I'm weird like that.
You are weird like that. But yeah, those are really good. I like those.
All right.
Okay, what do we got next?
Next is Casa Mamita. Mexican-style street corn flavored Big Dipper corn chips.
Right.
Big Dipper.
Big Dipper. Y'all remember when Fritos were like this big?
Scoops?
No, just Fritos. They were the same wavy Frito shape, but they were like this big.
Yeah.
They had, because the mini Fritos, what we just call Fritos now, were new and special in like the late 80s, I think. And my mom really liked the big ones for cheese dip. That Velveeta cheese dip with the Rotel. She would just go to town. It was good stuff. And then I remember they stopped making the big ones and only the little ones. And she's like, well, it's just not the same. But then they started making scoops, which are about the same size. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I don't like these nearly as much. So
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I remember big Fritos. So these are big boys.
According to what it says back there, it's fiesta time.
It's fiesta time. Okay, so I don't know what street corn is supposed to taste like.
Me either.
Street corn, I know, is roasted by like street vendors, right? It's roasted over open fire, and then it's usually covered with some sort of sauce and some cheese and lots of spices. And then you just eat it on the go like a turkey leg. So this is just going to be a whole new experience for me.
And me.
Yep. I can just see they're nice and big. I don't know how well you can see it, but nice and big. Yep. Ah. I like the flavor. I'm not a fan of the texture. But that flavor is really good.
Mm-hmm. It's a very interesting flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sweet,
Mm-hmm.
but not.
Well, corn is sweet. And when you roast the corn, it gets a little bit sweeter. And there's just a hair of a spice to it.
Yeah, there's some kind of spice in
There's
there.
something in there that is spicy, and that's to be expected. It's, it's Mexican street corn. The downfall for me, I will eat all of these. The downfall for me is the texture. It's just 2% not crunchy enough. And I know that sounds super weird, but it's like, when you go and get a crunchy chocolate chip cookie, and then it's not as crunchy as you want it to be.
No, because I like mine soft.
Shh, we're not talking to you.
Oh.
No. There are people out there who like crunchy chocolate chip cookies. But it's just like, they could have left it in the fryer for another 30 seconds to give it just a little more crunchy.
Maybe that's how Mexican street corn is.
Possibly.
Maybe it's not this crunchy. Maybe it's the same type of crunchiness.
Maybe. Or maybe they used to make it crunchy and a bunch of people was like, now it's too crunchy, and so they made it not as crunchy. I don't know. But they're good, and I really like them, and I bet they would be good with that cheese dip too.
They're not bad, but they're not for me because of the spice. If they didn't have the spice,
right,
I'd be right there with you. I'm not sure what makes it spicy.
I don't know. It says something on there about spicy, but I'm not going to put glasses on. But I enjoy those very much. When he said spicy, remember he thinks mayonnaise is spicy?
I do not. Dr. Pepper is spicy.
Dr. Pepper is spicy. I have the slightest tingle around the inside of my mouth. This is on the tip of my tongue. And like the inside of my lips right there.
It's going like back into my throat.
So yeah, you got it in the back. Interesting. I love, like, this is my new thing to see, how the same exact spice affects people differently. Because people used to think, oh, jalapeno hurts here, and ghost pepper hurts here, and cayenne hurts here. But it's not. It's like everybody's different, and I think that's really cool. So, that just means more for me. You can have those.
So your glasses are right there, and you're just too lazy to get them and put them on.
Yes. I literally have to reach over them to get this jug of water.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, then let's see what makes them spicy. That's not better. It's still dark over here. Let's see. Welcome to Casa Mamita, a house bursting with flavors for the whole family to enjoy. Whether it's our delicious, cool, tangy salsas or something a little hot and spicy, we have inspired recipes that leave you shouting for more. That doesn't talk about the chips at all. It just tells us about your brand. Yeah. Supposedly, we should eat them with guacamole.
Guacamole, yes.
But yeah, it's hard to see on the bag, but there's pictures.
Yeah,
of,
I see the
pictures of corn, and the corn is doused in something red. So that
And
whatever
then
the red
something
is,
white striped on it.
that's like it's like mayo, or I think elote is. No, I think elote is the name of street corn.
I
I don't know. Everybody make fun of me in the comments for not knowing anything about street corn.
Specially selected
Fancy.
Parmesan, garlic, and herb, naturally flavored, twice baked pit of chips. Like, how wrong can I get this while still kind of sounding right?
Now, let's see if I can even see this really high. Okay, really close.
Really hot, dude.
They screwed up the Oxford comma. It's Parmesan, comma, garlic and herb. Parmesan, comma, garlic, comma, and herb.
But they use the ampersand, so
I
it
don't
doesn't
care.
have to be there.
I don't care.
They
Oxford
also
comma.
could just left that comma out.
They also could have.
But we're not here for that. We're here for food.
We're here for food. Okay. Nerd. Okay. Crisp Mediterranean style pita bread baked into a perfectly balanced chip.
Okay.
There's not a lot of air in the bag, which I don't know if they did that on purpose or if there's a hole in the bag. I guess we'll find out if we open them and they're sticks. These are also their like fancy line. You would serve these on a cheese board, maybe with some olives and some tapenade.
The only thing I'm putting on a cheese board is more cheese. Oh, there's definitely a smell there.
Yeah.
They are big.
Mm-hmm. I love these so much. Yeah, these are all mine. I already knew that. He's not a garlic guy. He's a real basic bitch. He likes barbecue. He likes sour cream and onion. And that's fine, because we know that he has chips that he eats. I have chips that I eat. And hardly ever the twain shall meet. But these are delicious. Like you said, they're big. And they're big. And they're thick because they're made out of pita bread. Really good for dipping, for you topping them with something. Like the first thought I had were those little Laughing Cow cheese wedges. And just a little bit of cheese on each one would be really, really good. And probably a good, like, work snack in the afternoon, because then I would be so garlicky that nobody will want to come and talk to me.
They are very strong on the garlic.
They're very strong on the
They
garlic.
will keep the vampires away.
I did get the Parmesan in the beginning, but they are very garlic heavy. If you like that, these are all for you. But if you're not a garlic lover, I would say skip it, but more for me. So I think all three of these were winners.
These we both loved. Amazing.
Yes.
The Clancy seasoned salt kettle chips.
Yep.
The Casa Mamita Mexican style street corn chips were all right. They're not for me. Just because a little too spicy, too much on the spicy.
Yeah.
And in and of itself, it's good, the Parmesan garlic and herb chips, but again, for me, too much garlic.
Right. So
All good. Definitely
All
better,
good.
unfortunately, than the Buc-ee's.
yeah, our last video we did a bunch of Buc-ee's, and all of them were just kind of there.
Even the best one, the honey barbecue ones, they still needed a little help.
Yeah, they needed to amp up a little bit, but these three guys are really good. So go hit up your Aldi, see what you can find there. I think the Casa Mamitas are there all the time, because that's like their in-house Mexican brand. And I think the Parmesan herb ones are there all the time, but the Clancy's seasoned salt are the kind they bring in like for the season, So go get 1 or 2, see if you like them, and then go get 8 more.
So does that mean we get winter salt, spring salt, summer salt, fall salt?
Only summer salts.
Alright. Alright, Fat Benatar.
Alright, guys. It's time to get some desserts now, so until then, stay weird. Okay, so let's go. That doesn't really matter. Okay. Hold up your snacks. Let's do it. Do a thumbnail.
I don't know which one's mine. I didn't buy any of this stuff.
I'm just saying, hold up a bag of that.
Oh, okay. These are bigger, so we have to hold them differently. We gotta like push them forward and down, and you know. Your turn.